Now, you can hardly turn on your television or open your Sunday newspaper without seeing a government advert for this or that. So, question, could the proximity of a general election be the explanation? Well, the government deny it, but figures we've obtained show a dramatic rise in advertising spending in the past 12 months, as Paola Buonadonna now reports.
You might go to the movies hoping for romance and car chases, but before all that, you're almost certain to be treated to some instructive public information ad.
The British policeman is a friend to all except the criminal.
Last year, the government spent over £500 million on marketing and communications, up 43% on the year before. That's an all-time record and makes it the biggest advertising client in the land.
Know that the policeman will deal with the situation efficiently.
Said I lived alone, but...
Nowadays, whatever the initiative, to warn us about benefit fraud, remind us about services we can access, or tell us about climate change, you name it, there's an ad campaign about it.
For Act on CO2.
And it's not just in the cinema. It's on TV, in the newspapers, online and on the side of buses. You simply can't escape ads like these at the moment. So why is there so much of it right now?
The union, which represents top civil servants, thinks it's no coincidence.
There's always a grey area between what is legitimate information and what is frankly just getting over a political argument and boosting the government's chances in an election. It's very important for the civil service not only that money is being spent wisely, we have a duty to help protect taxpayers' money, but also that civil service resources are not being drawn into the election campaign.
So how much more is being spent as we approach a general election? A Freedom of Information request, the Politics Show asked every government department to disclose their recent advertising and communication figures. 11 got back to us. Overall, last year they spent £253 million. That's nearly a 40% increase on the year before. To take just two examples, the Department for Children, Schools and Families spent almost 18 million, a 178% increase on the year before. And the Department of Health spent just over 66 million. That's more than double its spending in the previous year.
I thought I'd never get caught.
I've decided to show some of these adverts to media guru Peter Bazalgette, who brought Big Brother to our screens.
And I thought I'd never be caught.
Last year, we caught 56,493 benefit thieves. They all
So what did you make of that one?
That's a public service campaign with a clear objective. It's to cut down benefit fraud, which has a clear public advantage, benefit paid back to the public. I've no idea if that ad is successful. I don't know if it really does cut down benefit fraud, but you can see the purpose of it and you can see that it has a public benefit.
Excellent. Shall we have a look at the second one?
Okay.
You may have heard of the Policing Pledge. It's a set of promises about the service you can expect from the police.
I don't quite know why we're being shown this or why this has been made. Is it possibly to make us feel that the police are doing a better service and the government, which funds the police, is doing something? So is it government propaganda? Possibly.
It's now 2 years since we launched our children's plan and set out our ambition to make our country the best place in the world for children and young people to grow up.
Ooh, rub me down with a disinfected sponge. That gave me the creeps, actually. What's the function of that? You need to ask yourself two very simple questions about these things. One, does it give me as a citizen useful information? Does it have a proper public purpose? And the second acid test is, does it give advantage to one political party or another? In this case, the party in government. If the answer to either of those is the wrong answer, as in it does give political advantage or it doesn't have a proper public purpose, then it should not be shown.
One former head of the Government Information Service is worried about the sheer scale of public advertising in an election year.
There is a problem here. One problem is, of course, it does slip into spin if suddenly you find yourself facing a lot of government advertising across different subjects that suddenly start to carry, interestingly, the same slogan. And you see that slogan reflected in political work by the party in power. The second reason it's dangerous is simply that people become tired of government advertising. Actually, it's important they listen to it. It should be used judiciously. It shouldn't be used willy-nilly.
We asked the government for an interview. The Cabinet Office sent us the following statement.
Government campaigns can help save lives and save money. Smoking rates and road deaths are now the lowest on record. However, we are always striving to get even better value for the money we spend on communications. With this in mind, in December, the Smarter Government document pledged to cut 25% from marketing and communication budgets by 2014.
The Tories and the Lib Dems also say they'll slash the advertising budget if they win the next election. But until then, the show will go on.